This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com. This show is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/AwesomeCast. It's time to get geeky, get awesome. It is the AwesomeCast and episode 772. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the social media here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. Oh man, it's not working tonight. That's okay. But we're ready to rock here. I got with me, first of all, I already saw him in the background. If you're on the video version, Dave Podnar's with us, also still in Studio Pod. The pod cave.
Yep. Never leave this room ever.
Never. You just, all the time. Allegedly, you run places, but I think that's all AI.
It is 100% AI.
There you
100% AI.
And also with me, my amusement park buddy, Dudas is with us. I didn't fix your shot. Why are you so far away? What is happening there? Hold on a second.
I'm a child.
There you go.
My shirt says, "You had me at shenanigans," and I feel like it's perfect for today.
Missy had her Darth Vader Irish shirt on today. I think her sister got her or something. So
That's great. And I'm here because you have snacks.
Oh, yeah, I do have snacks. I may have a box of fortune cookies I bought off of Amazon because honestly, I needed to. You know what? If I needed retakes, that's why you grab a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you stock up for movies. That's how the movies do it here in town, right? So, we gotta make sure that we don't run out of stock for the thing we're supposed to do. Why do I have fortune cookies? You're hopefully going to find out in a few days after I shoot this thing. But anyways, there's some clues if you're following me on following some of my social media accounts for the podcast. But anyways, it is we're back. Of course, we're in Lakeland, Florida, for Aero Design East, back again after a year hiatus of visiting Lakeland. Of course, it was good to be down there and be in some weather that isn't as temperamental as it is here in Pittsburgh. And always a good time there with the Aero Design crew, right, Katie?
Oh yeah,
I
like them.
Yes,
we have a good time.
It's a good time, and they had some interesting food trucks. So, but we did get a chance to. And our awesome thing of the week is we got to go check out Epic Universe, and because I waited too long to get the tickets. We got stuck, quote unquote, with the second day and went to Islands Adventure. Both of us our first time there, and we had a bit of an experience there. First of all, and please, Podnar, please, if you have any questions along the way, please let us know. So we researched Epic Universe a lot. We were watching YouTube videos and I don't know, I was getting so much anxiety. I haven't had this much anxiety for visiting amusement parks since the first time I went to Disney. You're laughing at me right now.
No, because I had so much anxiety the night before. I was texting my mom, and because on top of everything else, we're watching these videos, and I happened to look at Google Maps because I was seeing how far away we were, and the reviews were not favorable that day. Yeah,
we're like the worst day of the week.
It was like, this is terrible. Nothing is open. It's so packed. And I'm like, we've never been here. I don't know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. No, we went through one video and it says, these are the best days to be here. These are the worst days. And the two worst days to be there the entire week, Monday and Tuesday, are the days we had to do it. Because we don't have a lot of flexibility. We go in for a job and we had a couple of days on if we want to go check some sites out in the area amusement park. We usually end up at amusement parks on like a Monday or Tuesday, right? I don't think we've never not been at Disneyland on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
For instance, right? And to me, it's like, and they're like, no, Sunday's the best day. I'm like, we're working. What are we supposed to do? So, but it ended up, we watched a lot of videos because there was like, I'm always hearing about like the capacity and they run out and, single tickets were sold out. We had to buy a 2-day pass in order to go, to Epic, and we couldn't even use our 2-day pass both on Epic. We had to pick a different park. They're labeled differently in the system and all that kind of stuff. We verified that. We thought, we'll have 2 days to do Epic. This will be great. And they're like halfway through the day, we're like, I read the thing again. I'm like, I'm going to go talk to customer service and see if I understand how this works. But in the end, it really wasn't that bad. It was actually a pretty incredible experience for the most part, right?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe we did as much as we did.
We did basically everything that was open that we wanted to. So.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I don't know.
like-
What do you want to? Do we want to kind of talk through our day of how we conquered Epic?
Oh yeah, let's talk strategy.
Let's talk strategy.
Let's talk strategy. Everybody and their mother will tell you how to do Epic online.
Oh, there's some opinions. Yes.
Oh my god, like specific times. Like I think the one person it was based upon and great. I love stats. Give me numbers.
Oh, there's all kinds of amusement park stats. Yes.
That's not the thing to do it for. I mean, I'm sure if you really were trying to maximize your time, yeah. But like I feel like we did do our research even the night before. We were prepping one more time to make sure we didn't miss anything, and we did end up finding somebody we really liked on YouTube, and he was not threatening, and it was more of, I live here, this is how I've tried to do these things, these are the things I liked, you should try this too. And that was great.
He seemed like somebody we would hang out with.
Yeah.
Honestly.
We definitely 100% would hang out with this guy. So we liked him, and so we weren't staying on the property, so we weren't able to get in early. We had no sort of like the get to the headline, fast passes, anything for Epic. And most folks, it seemed, whenever we're like, you go straight to Harry Potter, or you go straight to back to Super Nintendo World, because you want to hit some of these rides, because there is a genuine fear that these rides will go down and they will not come back up.
Or they'll have 3-hour waits.
Yes.
Which a lot of them did through the day.
And we were like, let's go to the Arc Universe.
Yes,
which was the horror.
Most of the suggestions, I can't remember if you mentioned that just now, but they were all for early access pass. Like so we honestly didn't find much that wasn't for early access. So you're saying obviously you have early access pass and this is the thing you should do. I was like, but I don't. And so that threw half of the strategies I was listening to out of the window, other than go to the Nintendo later when all the kids are tired and gone.
Yep.
It's like, which worked really well for us for the most part. So yeah, everything like across board was like hit Dark Universe right off the bat. Also, through most of the day, I do not understand why Monsters Unleashed doesn't have such a longer line. I don't know if
it's a people eater. I've learned that phrase, people eater,
because it's efficient. Yes. So this is the Disney idea, right? Where the queue doesn't stop. If you ever been in Haunted Mansion or Harry Potter's Forbidden Journey, this is actually a lot like Forbidden Journey, that you get on a seat that's on a robot arm and it throws you in front of scenes and screens through while it moves, kind of thing. But also it doesn't stop, except for maybe for a wheelchair access or something like that. We experienced that at Disney for sure. But like Haunted Mansion, like you get in and it does not stop for most reasons. And then the reason the lines are so terrible at Universal for some of these, the Donkey Kong ride and the Harry Potter Ministry of Magic, they are not this setup. They are very like, hey, we got to wait for a car to come in and da kind of thing, right? I thought it was wild. We can talk about this later, but Hagrid's Motorbike ride had the same. It's a roller coaster with the same mechanism with the of sorts. Yeah. Right. And I think they said they have up to 7 cars on that thing. That's crazy.
Wild.
And I watched the tech thing on Hagrid's motorcycles. Holy crap. That was great. So Monsters was like 10 minutes to get through it. I feel like we missed a pre-show, honestly, when I look back at some videos or something. And we weren't in any single rider or skip line or anything like that. And we did not get a chance to go back and see it at night.
Yeah,
that's the only unfortunate part. Yeah. So we did that. Curse of the Werewolf, which was a nice little roller coaster that spun.
Yep. Not too terribly spinny.
And for a few moments, we did see the burning windmill,
which was exciting.
Yes. And I think met like one of our only character actors of the day.
Yes, who threatened your life.
He did threaten my life. I asked him about cleaning up his skin because he had a lot of marks and was asking about, ask if I was recently a werewolf. I
said you might as well just cut your head off now and just save us all the problem.
I'm like, this is 10 a.m. and I'm already being threatened.
It's fine.
And what we did, we went to the Harry Potter land, which is Paris.
Yeah, Ministry of
from
Magic.
Ministry of Magic, the Paris land, I guess, from Fantastic Beasts series, and we rode the what did we have?
We did.
The crepe. We did the crepe ride.
Yes, we did the crepe ride. I needed there's a fancy I forget, I'm going to butcher it, so we're going to say the butterbeer crepe. That's our new buddy. We should definitely get his name. Suggested, like, he went there and was like, you need to try this particular crepe, and it's delicious, but it sells out quickly. So we ended up walking to that area. It's like Cafe Siren or something, and we walked straight in, and I saw it, and I literally think I pulled you into this restaurant because I was like, we are having, I have.
It's the first thing in the land. I'm like, what are we doing? Why are we going to the first thing you see?
I love crepes. I love, especially crepes. I was like, we are having grapes. So we started our day with crepes and coffee, which 100% would do that again without a doubt. It's beautiful inside. And then we just kind of strolled and watched folks play with their wands.
Yeah, that's the greatest thing.
Awesome.
I'm not buying a wand, a Harry Potter wand, because I'm only tangentially interested in Harry Potter. But I will watch people play in the windows and have things move all day, especially since this is kind of the upgraded wand and the upgraded things. It's usually like a more mechanical thing. This was more like, there was like one that was pictures that she was talking to, right? And like they were responding and responding to her name and everything. By the way, I do have pictures of the crepes going on too. So yes, I felt very foodie in this. I don't know what I'm taking a picture. Oh, that was the dragonfly. There's a little shot of what it looks like in Harry Potter land. And there's you taking pictures of Harry Potter land.
Yes. Photos of photos and me touching things later.
So and this was, we didn't even go to like probably the two lands we were excited for the most, and we spent like 3 hours, right? The first 3 hours doing the things that we were not gunning for. But I don't know. I haven't finished the Fantastic Beasts series. I think you only watched maybe one or two of them too, yourself. Like, what did you think? I mean, experience and atmosphere wise, it's always pretty incredible.
It's incredible, and I'm going to just toss this out for Patreon because I had a conversation with somebody to enjoy wrestling about their why they believe that the person was the bad guy in that particular ride. So let's discuss that. So yeah, so that's your teaser for Patreon, because I think it's a great theory. But yeah, so not super from I like the animals and the Fantastic Beasts. We did not get a chance to see the circus, which
the magic show. Yeah,
the Circa Arcanus. Yeah, that's what it was. That was the only thing I think we didn't hit. Well, one of the other things that we wanted to.
One of the things we wanted to. Yes.
Yeah. But.
So I mean, other than that, the Stardust Racers, the intertwining roller coaster was not. They're refurbing it. I think there's been some technical issues or something, and also like it was really interesting. A lot of things that we saw that already had wear and tear. This place opened in May.
Yeah,
it is now, and we went at the beginning of March 2026, a year later. Almost not even a year later, 10 months later.
Year, yeah.
And it was just fascinating to see the things that were already kind of rubbed on. Already, you notice we were in line for Yoshi's Adventure, and there was painter's tape still up on some parts of that, like just a little bit of like it's little, it's nitpicky, but still, it's just like, well, you pointed out specifically. What did you say about that? Like, this would not be a thing you'd see at Disney.
Disney would never.
Disney would never let this happen.
It was a piece of painter's tape outside the Yoshi ride, and I was like, oh, look, someone just painted. Like, that's how if I were painting, that's what that would look like. Not somebody who actually knew what they were doing.
And it was a little bit of an overflow cue, I guess. I have a picture of the painter's tape issue. I'm just like, and there's like the kind of painted Yoshi.
No.
But you're really just, yeah, it's like, what are we doing, guys?
No, that's something. I mean, like Dudas said, no. It's especially when you're a multi-billion-dollar company. This isn't mom and pop, the theme park down the road. This is a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yes.
And you expect maybe Disney puts for details, puts the bar too high, but it's the details that you need to get right. Like, have someone double check everything when you're done making
it's a
it.
back alley. It's an overfill. It is what it is. But then I started just looking at everything.
Yeah.
And it was like little bits and pieces there. But also like there were points where like Katie was touching a lot of things.
Which we know Dudas does have an issue with touching things.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a lot of just kind of touching things to see what they were made of. For the most part, since
I had to report back.
You had to report back to your roommate. You're just touching things. It's like, is this actually wood? Is this? So especially at the end of the night when we're tired, and she was extra touching things in the ministry. So, but yeah, you're extra touchy, and we did find a locker with her initials on it.
I was like, what am I doing in my locker?
Exactly, right? So, so we did that. We had crepes. We decided not to wait 3 hours for the Harry Potter ride and try again later. And the next thing we hit up was dragons, right? First impressions of dragons.
Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's Viking themed, very, I don't want to be like simplistic, but it was like a fairy world. And I know that's not what Vikings were, but that's what it reminded me of, because it had tiny houses and dragons, and it was great. It was pretty.
It was amazing.
Water.
I think it was the broadest, most open land out of any of them that they had there. Again, they did have the water feature, not counting the middle Celestial Park, which was just beautiful for another reason, but you had these out there. It had several rides there. Of course, there's like play places and things more kind of kid focused in this area. But it was really cool. You had animatronic dinosaurs all over the place. Is this a video? I hope there's a video. I know I have a video of this somewhere. Yeah, there's a little sleeping one, and sometimes he'd wake up and kind of look at you kind of thing and go back to sleep. And there was a mechanism inside of which felt like it may have shot fire at some point when I looked in his mouth. But you get the idea. And there's always little dinosaurs kind of out and about and, behind little fences and things like that. We saw at a distance, we did see Toothless. That looked pretty cool, but it's like a 90-minute line and everything like that. And there was plenty we were looking to do. So, and these guys move. And we can get the video going. But then they have they had several things going on as far as rides go. Obviously there's the Hiccups glider, which was a nice ride, and
a fun roller coaster.
It was a fun roller coaster. There was some featured dragons and stuff on them. That you got to see a really, it did have a little bit of a, I don't know, spoiler alert. It did kind of have one of those stop and roll back kind of spots while something explodes. It reminded me of the Dolly, the Firehouse coaster at Dollywood, where you rolled back and everything's about to explode and you shoot backwards. And this was
Fire Chaser.
The Fire Chaser. Yes. Because it had the, oh no, these are the ones that the dragon, the dragons are about to breathe fire and explode or something, and then you shoot out of it. So it's a family coaster. You go down, on the water and it shoots up and all that kind of fun stuff. It's a very fun roller coaster. That's one thing I really enjoyed, other than the couple of things that we rode at Islands of Adventure, Velocicoaster and Hulk. Everything was pleasant, if you will, and so that was a good one. We did the water shooting boats. There's a target thing that the twins put together, and you're on a boat and you can shoot some of the other boats and stuff too, and then if you hit certain things they'll splash you or the other boat or the other side of the boat or something like that. So that was a nice thing. It was a very everything, it was in the high 80s again the whole time we were out there, including the work days we were doing, so that was nice. And we would not ride the flyers.
No.
Spinny fly upside down ride, which and here's a view of the water ride that we went on, the boats. So I'll give you a little idea there.
Podnar, do you like food?
Oh, duh, yes.
Oh man, this was the best food park I've ever been to.
Oh wow,
we went at it. There's crepes we told you about, of course.
Yes,
but what did we find in Dragonland?
The mac and cheese cones.
Hold on, it's past the goats.
Oh,
it's past all this. I don't want to get into that yet. The mac and cheese cones were incredible. This is a PB&J, which is a pork brisket and something. and they're themed and everything like that. This is the thing that everybody was talking about when they first opened. And it really kind of it really hit, actually.
Oh, it was delicious because the outside was like garlic bread.
They did some fascinating concoctions, not just crepes. So, from there, I think we ventured. Was it? Oh, the show. Can we talk about the show? The most.
Oh my gosh, it was adorable.
The show that beat out Lion King for me from Animal Kingdom, which I thought was the best show I've seen in an amusement park yet. And again, I have not explored a lot of the Disney, shows or anything like that. Tiki Room. Well, Tiki Room's a different level, though.
Yeah.
But Lion King was definitely like oh wow, there's a lot going on. So it was the Untrainable Dragon. I'm sad. Our friend Justin Idol was there the week before, so we were getting a lot of advice as we were going through this. He was there with the kids, and I talked to him Friday night about that, and they said they did not get a chance to go see the Untrainable Dragon.
No.
Yeah,
Aww.
I was like, oh no, you're going to have to next time for sure. It was I did not know what I knew that there was like a flying toothless, but there was a lot of kind of like like life-size puppeteering kind of things. A lot of dancing, a lot of singing. A giant dragon that rolls out a lot. And again, they're doing great stuff with practicals mixed with screens in the background as you go to. It's really, really cool. And then of course, the big moment where Toothless flies over everything for Hiccup the Roland. Did Toothless come back? I can't remember.
No.
That's the only time we saw him, right?
Yep.
So there you go. But no, it was a really cool show. It was a really cool, honestly, like the Isle of Berk. Honestly, I liked it better than Nintendo Land.
I think we had more fun there.
We had way more fun there than Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land is still very, very cool, and it's definitely bigger than the one in California.
Definitely.
It's formatted a little bit differently. There's some different games because we somehow ended up with the 4 keys to go to the Bowser Jr. game.
Yep, we had the 3 keys right away.
We had 3 keys like right away somehow. Yep. And we're just like stumbling on things and just like, hey, there's a bomb and there's like this touch game and let's do this. I posted a video earlier today of your touch game experience. I can see if I can bring it up here in a moment.
Freezing Goombas.
You were freezing Goombas. You're icing out those Goombas over there. And pew pew. Yeah, like these fun like wall interactive projections you get to do. And then of course this is like you gotta buy the $45 band. Which thank you for reminding me that it's also an amiibo now that I have a Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
so
it is.
I did. I forget what I was. I think I found I can pop a little trainable character Yoshi up from my band in Smash Brothers. I haven't explored other things yet with it. So, but it's 2 levels for the main part, and then there is a Yoshi's Adventure, which was not as good as I hoped.
Oh yeah, we were hoping it was going to be longer. It's cute. It's a nice little break. We're off your feet, but we were definitely hoping it was going to be longer.
It's tough when it's 45 minutes for the line.
Yeah.
So
now, Sorg, you said that. Oh, sorry, you're saying how you actually you were only one day in one place and another day in another place, right? And I brought up a map just to kind of get a feel for it. And I didn't realize that when they built this new park, because on Google Maps it's still showing under construction.
Oh yeah, I was like, what? Because I like to pull up Google Maps to see how big the show buildings are, and I'm like, oh, they haven't updated this yet. Yeah, it's just dirt and buildings when you look it up on Google Maps.
And the fact that it's a good 3 miles away from the main resort.
Yep. Yep.
And there's no way to get there. Nope. Like I'm going for a walk. No, there's all the highways in between and everything.
Yep, it was. We got a Holiday Inn that was right by, basically right by the entrance, more or less about a mile from the entrance, probably half mile, something like that. And we had a shuttle for the next day and everything too. And we're also coming in from our other location, came into the Epic, went to our hotel that night, kind of thing. We did Donkey Kong. We got lucky. It shut down. We were on Yoshi's Island. And here's the hot tip: if you want to see. You can set times for Epic. Didn't look like we could do this at the other park. You can set times for, hey, when it gets to 60 minutes, 45 minutes, send me a notification. We got the notification that Donkey Kong was back up on the Yoshi ride. And we're like, get us off of this. We hopped in there. It was under an hour. Worst queue in the entire park.
Yes.
The most boring queue in the entire park.
Limited interactions in line, like of things to do.
There was a couple things that was nice, but the biggest feature was running into Cranky Kong. That's going to tell you what's going on, but you're not moving a lot, so you're going to hear it multiple times.
Yes.
It was just stones and the same jungle beat, and it's just we were talking about like, oh, you go somewhere else, it was just so different, and then we got stuck in line for almost an hour at Mario Kart, and it was a lot better for sure. So, for whatever that was. So we did Mario Kart. I think both of our carts were broken.
We're like, do the thing.
I didn't get credit for my thing, and it didn't work. I think you did. You got all your stands for the day. I didn't get all mine.
Yep.
Something similar happened the first time we went to the one in California. So, it is what it is. So, and that's what you hear. A lot of these things are, have a lot of disrepair and repair. The breakdowns and everything. Mario Kart or Donkey Kong was fun.
Yeah.
Quick. Not fun enough for 3 hours of line, right? So,
I wouldn't wait that long.
But when that gets down, I think it's worthwhile. Yeah.
Now, do you have a thing? I know Disney has a thing where you can go on the app and say, "Oh, I want to go virtually in line here," so you don't have to stand in line for 3 hours. Or is it really
no virtuals?
You're there for 3 hours.
No virtuals. Allegedly, you could buy the express pass or something like that. Or there's definitely a lot of people with VIP passes that I saw. So no, you're pretty on your own unless you buy it. And even the express lines looked long, honestly. Like it kind of, I don't know, it was kind of iffy. It felt when I saw like their lines and the single riders and things like that. But there's definitely a capacity issue.
Universal's very much one of those parks. If you are committing to going when you buy your tickets, if you want to get the express pass, you buy it then because it just goes up and up in price. Like the day of, if they're still available, the day of. But like they're,
and even as it is, you can buy that pass 6 months in advance, and then it ends up a day where nobody's there.
Yeah,
it's raining or something, and nobody's there, and like, oh, why did I buy this thing for, right? So like typically we've gone to things was like. Decide when we get there. Hershey, we went on Run Ride and like, screw it, I'm getting the pass. Or we went to Six Flags and realized there was nobody there in Santa Clarita, and we're like, well, I'm not touching that stuff. Let's just do this thing, right? So because everything was pretty manageable. We did Ministry. I can't even remember we did the carousel. We did some shopping, and then like I saw a tip of get in line for the Ministry within 30 minutes of the park closing. Because the line is lying to you. We got in under an hour. We got it in. It's another screen and animatronic thing. But it looks like you're in the car from the Twilight Zone, which I'm sure was a little PTSD since I got you guys on Guardians out in California. But there was a tiny little child with the elf ears and everything.
House elf.
Yes. House elf. Yeah, I think it's a house elf.
Okay.
Yeah. So that made us feel like we were okay. The operator said that she's the one that was going to protect us. So no, it was really fun. Again, it's definitely the highest end. The carousel was fun because it goes to the music. There's a big light fountain show at the end of the night. And I know we tried to be around for sunset where there's these Greek gods at each end of Celestial Park, and the story is that it hands over to the other one as it goes night, and you see the lights flicker on, which happened as we were on the carousel, I believe, right, Katie?
Yes, because it's Luna, and then darn it, I cannot remember the other one.
Apollo, I don't think.
We'll find it eventually, but he hands it over at night, and all the lights come on at the same time.
It's really, really nice. So it was good to see that and kind of see that light turnover and everything like that. Went back to Nintendo side a little bit at night. Donkey Kong is they don't have as much stuff as the Mario part of the land, but like enough to like be excited. I really kind of wanted the DK Cup ice cream thing. We went to the Toadstool Cafe.
Oh yeah.
I took on the Bowser's spicy meatball challenge. And you had.
Some sort of chicken thing.
You got a Chef Toadstool chicken situation.
He was very fancy.
I got the meatball with this flaky Bowser thing going on. That's hot sauce along with the spicy sauce. So and there's always the videos. Toads going around and the battleship comes by every once in a while, and it was a lot of fun to watch that kind of stuff. So
Helios, God of Sun.
Helios, thank you.
Yes.
Anything else I'm missing from Epic, Katie?
Oh goodness, if there was anything else we did that was great. I think I was so impressed with how each of these entryways, like you really felt like you were walking into different specific universes with each of these, and the entrance to Super Nintendo World was so cool to see because one, it's beautiful at night because it's a huge gate, and up top it looks like Rainbow Road, and there's beautiful like just stained glass when you leave. As far as like the one shop up there, and then when you go in there, you're going up an escalator, and it looks like you're going up a warp pipe, and it's the same kind of music, and it's the same, and it's just like, oh, this is neat.
Yes.
So that was really cool.
Because you just walk into the one in California.
Yeah, we were just kind of like, we're here, and then but that was definitely
and you come up on the second floor out of Peach's castle, so you get to see more. Like it unveils in a different way than it does the California version of it. You see the Yoshis going by in the corner. You see all the stuff moving. Like it's really, really, really wonderful. So and it's very boxed in, so you don't see any real world. You know, you actually barely see it from the rest of the park. Yeah. You know, so like and Harry Potter feels like the same way. Most things are kind of that way. You can see the mountain, the one single mountain in the Dragons Isle Burke from far away. You can see some of the dark universe, you know, with the windmill and the mountains, and the castle. You see the castle from the main thing too. But the other two are just really kind of tucked away, and you have to go into them to even get a glimpse of what's going on in there, right? So awesome.
Would you say one day is enough for the park, or would if someone wanted to go, is it like a day's enough, or if you really wanted to do everything per park, you need at least a day and a half.
If you're a fan of all things there, and if you got kids, you're gonna probably want more than one day there. If you're doing that kind of thing. So but if you're just like, hey, let's see what's next, we kind of rolled with it. Like we didn't really like stress too much over it, and just said, hey, what's next, where are we at, what's not terrible for lines, everything kind of, hey, I think we can squeeze in the boat ride before we go to the next showing of the dragon. And like it's one of those, like, like we talked about, like I talked about Disney, like everything kind of serendipitously works together when we go. I don't think this is built that way, but we did have some moments and some lucky, hey, we got off this ride, then this one, and then it was just enough time to do this thing. You know what I mean? Like we flowed through the dragon area, like adequately, kind of thing. But also there wasn't as many running into characters. We ran into that one in Dark Universe. Like it wasn't as, oh, and then you stumbled on here's Winnie the Pooh doing things, kind of thing. Like a little bit here and there, but like nothing as broad and grand, I think, as you see in Disney. Right. So then we went to Islands of Adventure. We were concerned as we were watching the videos because the Marva area looks so sad in 90s.
It is.
And it is in person. More perplexing is the Toon Lagoon, where everything, and I showed all these pictures to my mom. She's like, oh, I remember that. I'm like, I know you remember this because I remember reading all these comics when I was growing up. Toon Lagoon is something, definitely they haven't updated it since the 90s. Hey, Podnar, you're of the age. These will probably be familiar names. Do you remember Beetle Bailey? Do you remember
Dagwood?
Blondie's the home of the Dagwood.
Dagwood.
Okay.
Yes.
Marmaduke, Mother Grimm, Rocky and Bullwinkle. We were on the Popeye ride, and we got really. This is us this is a picture we sent to Justin Idol to say you didn't tell me that this was going to be this wet. But yeah, your Marmaduke situation, whatever that is. Family Circus.
I would say
Gordon,
forget about me being of age. How about these? Well, not Heathcliff. Heathcliff is newer, but everything else is like, I think 1940s and 1950s. It goes back.
And then this park was put together in like the 90s, so And then of course we got into the whole, like, of course the Marvel area is so
Betty Boop.
Yeah, Betty Boop. The Betty Boop was the only merch we saw, because you go into the stores and it's all this old stuff on the walls, but then it's Hello Kitty and Minions, which, I mean, Katie was good.
I was
with
very
that.
happy.
Yes.
There was a lot of Hello
That was
Kitty.
like the Hello Kitty store was in Toon Lagoon.
And they had do right? Yes.
Dudley Do Right's the log flume ride, and then like the boat, the Raging Rapids boat, the circle boat raft ride, like that was the Popeye one. But then you go to like X-Men or the Marvel area, and this is like, oh, this is the 90s X-Men. I read these. So and they got a Spider-Man ride that's kind of reminds me of the one out at Adventures Campus in California for Disney, and the Hulk roller coaster, and then like a Fantastic Four cafe. They're not allowed to update because they would run into legal issues, like probably get denied by Disney if they try to update the looks on things.
I'm shocked. Yeah, when I brought up the website, it said Marvel. I'm like, how does NBC Universal have that from the Disney 90s. ABC? Yeah. Well, I know,
remember
that they would pull that after.
You know how like Fox had a bunch of stuff, and then Sony still is clinging on to Spider-Man, and all the rights got weird.
They had to put out
this
a movie
is all
every
in the
5
90s.
Years, even it was crap.
This is all in the 90s when Marvel was going bankrupt, so they sold a lot of their TV and media and theme park rights. So we researched this. The idea is they signed on. They have Marvel properties indefinitely of their park. They cannot. There's no competition. Correct me if I'm missing details on this. They are not allowed to have any Marvel parks with these properties east of the Mississippi. This does not include the cruise liners. Also, this includes the families at the time, which included Fantastic Four, Avengers, Spider-Man, and X-Men. Specifically. That's why there's a Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot. Because nobody gave a crap about them in the mid-90s.
Oh, no.
Okay? So like Black Panther would follow under, technically, Avengers, for instance, right? It's the families that there's Deadpool Birch. They do sell some
Doctor Doom's Fearfall.
That's right. We did not write that because that's the Tower of Doom one. Nope. But the Spider-Man ride was fun because it was like that 90s animation. You walk through the Daily Bugle and the cubicles and everything like that, and the videos were hilarious and unhinged. The safety videos where it's like the science nerds and the journalists are getting on this test vehicle that you're supposed to get in, and it was just madness. And Katie, you had specific comments about that right after. It's, again, you're in this car, it's moving, it's a motion simulator that's moving on a track, and you get thrown again. Practicals and screens, Hydro Man, big character. Yes,
Hydro Man. So you get splashed every so often.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So you're sitting on this ride, Podnar, and it looks like you're in a car. You're 4 across. It's in this 3 rows. 3 rows, and we're in the back right. And we have 3D glasses on, and Spider-Man comes down, and he's just like on the front of your car, like getting ready to do Spider-Man stuff. And it looks like the person, whoever's in that front row, is definitely servicing Spider-Man. That's all it looks like. Like you cannot, like that's all you can see. Like I was like trying to talk to, like this ride was much more intense than we were expecting, and I do not know how that family behind us was going to ride.
Oh, the one there, the kid. Oh, this is the other thing I saw. I never saw somebody lose a kid that almost ran out on the ride. Okay. Because there was a secondary, looked like the express pass, kind of aisle. It went through a small child. Just nobody could catch it. This little girl. And she ends up on the platform as they're loading the next car. I'm like, this is going to be bad. Like, thankfully, one of the employees caught the kid. So what are you doing? I've never seen that on a ride before. So now I understand why some children have leashes. So no, it was fun, and we did Hagrid's. Do we want to tell the story of Hagrid's, Katie? This is the place. Okay, Hagrid's is the motorbike ride. You're either on a motorcycle or you're in the sidecar. And this has 7 launches. You see creatures, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff. And thankfully I happened to be asking Gemini about the things because I was trying to decide if I should wear my glasses on this ride, because I got a strap now so I can wear my glasses on rides. Katie helped me suggest that. So I'm looking it up, and I'm so glad I did, because Katie, what happened when you got on the ride?
I was in the sidecar. I don't even know. We were just kind of going back and forth, and I'm like, I'll sit in the sidecar. and I had my cell phone in my zipper pocket of my shorts. Oh yeah, no, that's not even whatever you're thinking is wrong. 100% whatever you're thinking is 100% wrong. Because there's certain rides like the Velocicoaster and Hulk roller coasters that require you to go through a metal detector before you get on the ride, so they make sure you don't have anything on you for specific reasons, safety and such. But this is one of the ones we knew we were going to be in line for well over an hour. So like there's
nothing crazy, no loops. Like this is like kind of they call it kind of a family coaster. It's pretty wild, but you know.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I have my cargo shorts on. I've got it zippered in a pocket. No big deal. And so they strapped you in, and they strapped me in, and they bring down the lap bar, and my phone's vibrating, and I'm like, that's weird. My phone's vibrating, and my watch isn't. I don't understand what's going on. And then I hear the emergency sound, because I have it set up on my iPhone. When you press both the button on the side, that's going off. That is just alarming in my pocket. So my phone is zippered in very politely in my pocket. So I'm trying to rip this thing out while trying to grab the phone, and I managed to get it out where it's 7 seconds till I'm alerting all of my emergency contacts.
It means I look down because I'm at the higher position, and I'm just like, whoa, her emergency call's going off, and I saw her fumbling with it. And remember, I said we're on a thing that's going. It's constantly moving. As you load on, they load up one person at a time. It's a little string of cars, but it's not going to stop for it. Okay. So you're struggling with it.
Yeah.
You go around like a first bend.
It's about to take off.
You're like, okay. I'm like, okay. There's some show pieces there. That's dark ride for a minute and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then like I see it going off. I see what's coming up. I'm like, so I just start warning her. I'm like, we're about to move. Katie, we're about to move. Prepare yourself.
It was a horror. So like I have this death grip on my phone of just like, because I finally got it to turn off, and I'm like, I don't know whether I completed a call to 911. I'm sorry, friends, if I called the emergency services.
We took a picture of the picture.
There is me with my claw hands holding on to this thing. Because you go this ride, you hit a point where you go up a hill, like slightly up a hill, and they're like, I don't have enough power. So you back up. This thing goes backwards, flying. At one point, we go
around bends, over and under, through these castle ruins.
At one point, we're in a cave, and you're going, drop, drop, drop. And I'm like,
no, I said, we're going to drop.
All I heard was drop.
Going to drop. Because I happen to be looking because of the glasses thing, and Gemini told me, you should be aware of this, this, and this if you have glasses. Like, there's a part where you're going to back into a thing, and then the track is going to drop 17 feet. To a track below to continue.
I'm just like, please don't go anywhere, folks.
And what were spiders were deciding? I don't even know what was in the cave.
Nope, no clue.
Because I'm like, we're gonna drop. And you're like, and I know you have no pretext because I didn't want to tell you what was gonna happen because I didn't want to spoil what was gonna happen because I already accidentally spoiled myself while we're sitting in line, right? And
no, zero expectations.
It's also we're driving this at night because we did the same strategy as the Harry Potter ride the night before that went at the last minute. So, and so it's dark on top, which is amazing because you have like headlights on the cars. So you're going through this forest and it's so freaking awesome. This ride's great. Also, 7 launches, like the magnetic launches, right? The magnetic launches.
If that doesn't tell you how strong my hands are.
Like Katie got some grip strength. That's why Katie, actually, didn't you open something like a jar or package of something before I did or something like that?
If only I wasn't afraid of heights, you couldn't stop me.
Man, you have some grip strength. Put that on your resume.
I mean, you know what though? Given what you guys do with videography, grip strength is important.
Gotta hold on to them cameras. Watch where you're putting those hands, Dave. So that was our adventure. Last adventure. It was a lot more fun than we expected. The Jurassic Park was great. The Velocicoaster was just bonkers.
So good.
It was really good. Even Dr. Seuss Land was kind of better than expected.
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yes. So, we'll leave it at that because we're already like most of the way through the show.
Sorry,
here.
Podnar. Welcome to our trip to Universal.
Podnar. With that, we'll talk a little more maybe on Patreon since we've gone so long. But Podnar, let's get your awesome thing of the week, and then we're gonna hop into the Chachi says.
Sure. So I'm going to bring us small.
Okay. Yes.
You did epic adventure. I'm going to do small. So you remember when we all went crazy over Happy Meal toys, right? Well, they have new ones out. They have, as part of the McDonald All-American, which is the basketball tournament they have for high school, they have mini Crocs.
Hey, Dave, you got one there? Well, by chance, I happen to have one right here as well. So Missy loves her Happy Meal toys. I think we got the same one.
It's a keychain. It's a keychain.
Oh, okay.
You can coming from the you can see there's a little Happy Meal there in the back, little smiley Happy Meal, and it's a little keychain. Oh, and of course, since it's a Croc, you can either put it, you can put it in sports mode. Or you can just keep it like normal.
I like that you're showing the Croc, but you're showing me on camera.
Oh, am I? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. There we go. There we go. We're both showing the camera, but none of us were being shown. So you got your keychain. You got your keychain. You got your sport mode.
You got your sport mode going on there. It's you know what? They're nice little details.
Yes, they are.
They really are nice little details here. And they're, like I said, if you want a hamburger, it's not the worst thing in the world to get.
No. And there's healthy options for instance too. What are you doing with that?
Walking around.
Zoom.
It's not the first time they've had Crocs too. That's why I thought this was a repeat or something, because when we're getting whatever the last toy was that we wanted, like we got these other Croc things that were like from a previous thing.
One thing I did notice, and I haven't tried it yet, on the box there's a QR code that says "Scan to Score."
Yes.
So I don't know if that's a game. Yeah, it's a game.
Yeah, there's usually
it's an interactive game you can play.
There's usually a digital game that's included with the there's either a QR code in the toy or on the box itself. So they do these for most big series that they're doing. So awesome. So go get yourself some Crocs from your Happy Meal. Man, McDonald's has really been kind of killing it lately as far as these things go. So anyways, all right, let's take a minute here. Let's take a quick break and let's see what Chachi's got going on in the Chachi Says Video Game Minute.
Hey kids, welcome back to the Chachi Says Video Game Minute. Here's as much video game news I can cover in about a minute. 270 Marios gathered in New York to set a new record for largest gathering of Marios for March 10th, but the organizers didn't bother to contact Guinness, so it doesn't count. The European game rating system is changing to include newer gaming features. Games that include paid random items will now be rated 16 and up unless those items are NFTs or blockchain related, then it gets bumped to 18. These are still just markings for parents and won't necessarily be enforced in sales, so nice try, I guess. And lastly, Capcom has taken a hit. SAG-AFTRA issued a do not work order for members when Capcom refused to agree to union terms when trying to sign Ben Diskin to return as Mega Man, telling him that he had to do it without union protections. Bold move, Capcom. That is not a group you want to anger. Thanks for tuning in to this week's Chachi Says Video Game Minute. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, Chachi, again for that video game minute and all the Marios. Yeah, we were there on the edge of Mario Day. We were actually at City Walk, at least a Mario Day, where there was a star that, that they had, and some of the merch was being rolled out as it was. So, which I see some people have been talking about. So, but in the meantime, Dave, I know you got a heart out here, so let's go to you. You have a this week in Women's History Month. No, that's not right. But
that works.
This week in Women's History Month. History.
Yeah. Today's awesome Women's History Month segment. So, if you are a fan of the movie Blazing Saddles, there is a running gag where the main character is named Hedy Lamarr in form of the movie star Hedy Lamarr. So Hedy Lamarr was a actress, big in the 40s and 50s, actually starting back in the 1920s, in the very beginning of movies. And she was one of the most beautiful women in the world as they were pushing her. And she, very attractive woman, born in Germany, came to the U.S. Mainly because her husband at the time in the 1940s was with some not so fashionable people as an arms dealer, and she kind of escaped that. You can imagine 1940s Germany. But not only was she a great actress, she was a brilliant mind. But that unfortunately was overshadowed because of her acting roles. Mm-hmm. So she was someone who loved to tear things apart growing up, loved to tinker, loved to see why things were working or how things were working the way they were doing. So in the 1940s, she got together with someone else who was also kind of a tinkerer per se, and she was one of the developers of basically radio frequency skipping, where you could skip frequencies but still have the data go on. And basically that is kind of one of the basics of Wi-Fi and cellular data. So she was one of the, and of course, being a woman of the time who was, in the movies, didn't get the recognition until later on, went into the Inventors Hall of Fame. She was recognized before she passed as, someone who was, she was one of the people with a big, massive movie star, but also incredibly intelligent when it came to technology and electronics, and using basically the reason why she was looking into that was to improve radar in World War II. But it never was fully developed before the war ended. But the same technology, again, was used for kind of the basis of Wi-Fi and cellular networks going forward. So she didn't develop Wi-Fi, but I've seen people call her the mother of Wi-Fi because she had a lot of the basics that she developed technology-wise.
Excellent.
That's so cool.
Very cool. Hedy Lamarr. Go check it out, and maybe some of her movies. This might be out there. Probably it'll be on archive.org by now, actually. That'll be an interesting search. Thank you, Dave, for that. All right. What else do we got here? What do you want to get into with the minimal time that we have left, guys?
Do you want to know what was in my fortune cookie?
Katie, we have, like I said, we have fortune cookies for some reason, and
during our Chachi minute.
Yes, and you had the crunchiest ASMR moment during that.
Ready? Okay. A romantic mystery will soon add interest to your life.
Ooh.
Whoa, guys. Watch out.
Somebody's starting a new book.
Watch out, friends.
Do you want to talk about, I put up a video the other day on the AwesomeCast. We were at Disney Springs, and we had the opportunity to see the Lego Smart Blocks in action. Oh, yeah. Right? You want to talk a little bit about that? I mean,
sure.
I know you were interacting with the guy a lot when it came to this.
So we touched on them when they first started talking about them, about the sound and the different uses for all these interactive blocks, and they had the Star Wars one set up, and we had so much fun with them, and the sounds were just really, I mean, they were louder. The store was super loud, and I know they had a mic on them, but still, they were louder than I expected them to be by themselves, and the fact that the different spots made different sounds, and
so it was interesting that we were like, well, because he's taking the same brick and taking them across different sets. Like there's a Vader Luke dual set, and he's shaking them to kind of activate them and things like that. So I guess they scan based on the pattern on the back of the figure, and that's how it knows what sound to use, right? You put it took the same brick, put it in Millennium Falcon, and it would do that thing. The ATST that they have there. The most surprising thing to me, like we went over and looked at like the boxes on the shelf. Not everything in this line comes with a brick. That was weird. Whoa. Like you had to get, what did I say? Like a $60 version, like there's $30 sets. We have to get a minimum of $60 set in order to do it. But then I feel like you're going to have all these sets and only so many bricks amongst them. You know what I mean? Like how he kept switching them around.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like if you were investing in all these sets, like you'd probably be doing the same thing he was. So, but it was still kind of cool to see them in action and see all the kind of the variety all kind of build out here of what they had going on there. So. But it was kind of cool. He was kind of like an expert on it, and you know, between us asking questions and the family before us.
Oh yeah.
You know, we really kind of. I'm glad we stopped by the Lego store for this one. So I don't know if some of them. I mean, you know, again, not a big Lego person. I still have a Game Boy from Christmas I haven't built yet. So in a small Star Wars set I haven't put together from I don't know when I received that. But yeah, it was an interesting thing, and again, kind of like I think we pontificated with them like like what was it, Mindstorm or whatever that they do. I'm kind of interested to see what happens when that kind of gets integrated, since they started with Star Wars, and to see it kind of roll out with other sets could be interesting. So, and also like. The Mario set has electronics in it too.
Yeah.
We were talking about because we saw those again. I remember when those came out because they had those weird kind of shaped Mario, like this big square Mario and Luigi. And depending where they're on the set, they'll make certain sounds too. But that seemed like a very specific. They seem a little more, they seem intended to be universal and not just like the thing for, you know, specifically Star Wars or something like that. So, but we'll see how it rolls out. I guess it depends on how they do, see if we see anything else develop out of it. So, what else is going on?
Oh, I don't know.
I think I copied over some of my stuff in here. Nintendo Switch update. If you have a Switch 2, they rolled out an update that will force Nintendo Switch 1 games into TV mode, which will, because the screen is 1080, the games ran 720 I think on the Switch, right? And it'll force them into full 1080 on your Switch 2, taking advantage of the screen. It does trick it into TV mode, so all your mouse and touchscreen doesn't work anymore when you do it. So I don't know how many you have more Switch 1 games than I do, Katie. I don't know if that applies too much to a lot of them.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I can't feel like I've run into too much of it yet either, right? So
not gonna think.
Yes. So that was kind of a cool update, and there's a couple things in there that looked like they were pretty good. So, and before Dave goes, I need to share this with you. Okay. Oh, the game has ended. Oh no, there was a thing
I saw
called,
that. I saw that.
It's Payphone Go in the style of Pokemon Go. This was talking about last week. So the actual game of it has ended on March 15th. So like 2 days ago, but this was a California only thing. And this was, this maps out all of the existing payphones across California. And the idea was you create an ID on here, use the map to locate one of California's payphones. So, you know, wherever you were, you go to the nearest one. Let's say I went to, no, I don't know Bakersfield. Let's say Santa Clarita is someplace I've been, right? So let's zoom in on that, and you can see whereabouts they are. You pick up the phone, you dial a number, toll free, and you enter your player ID. The first to call the payphone gets 20 points, and then descending points depending on where you're at. And then there's a leaderboard for it. A fun little kind of meta real life game situation here, and you can see. Well, this is a Magic Mountain Parkway. It looks like it's over by the park, the Six Flags we were talking about earlier. But that was kind of cool. And I presume this is like public data that you are able to do this. And you can see which ones here. Message. And there's messages from the first caller too. I'm not hooked up for audio to listen to this, but that's kind of a fun thing. So I thought that was a fun thing that somebody did with like Google Maps and stuff. That was kind of a cool thing going on. They had 2,203 payphones. 245 were claimed and there were 916 players signed up for this. So I don't know. I'm hoping that, I think I gave them my email. I'm hoping the email when they redo this, and hopefully it's the time that I'm out in California. Probably not this year, but that was kind of like a cool kind of fun thing that popped up this week. So Dave, I know you got to let you go. Any final words here before you head out?
No, just it's when you get along to the Patreon thing, in terms of the shout outs, code Dave26. The big race coming up is in a week and a half, the Just a Short Run. And beyond that, there's tons of 5K races, 1 miler races coming up in. Maybe we won't have snow on the ground when we're running. Who
knows? Everything's a frigid race now, right? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, I ran outside yesterday at lunch, and it was cold. Even though when I left to go to work first thing in the morning, it was in the 60s.
That 60-degree day to snow was really, really mean of God. And by the way, you remind me, I did not get to mention again, Dave Podnar is one of our Patreon supporters here on the show as well. And that's Dave26 at gcxc.com/eventspa if you want to get a discount on races. Also, thanks to John DeGore and Cynthia Klosky and Brian Crawford that support the show as well at patreon.com/awesomecast. We are going to talk about the bad guy from the Harry Potter ride on Patreon, and who knows what else we'll get into that we didn't touch on here during the main show here. Again, those you're going to see those first on Patreon. We are releasing them about a week later over on YouTube as well now, and actually we're dropping some quick clips here coming up. So we're gonna have like not awesome stuff in the TikTok, because I'm just scheduling those out today, and we're talking about security breaches and what the government's doing with your data. So that's going to be intermingled in there. But hey, you know what? We're kind of a source for information, so let's go with it a little bit there. So tune in for that on Patreon, and we will be back next week with more awesomeness. Katie, Dudas.com
stuff.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, great pictures from Air Design already out and about, right?
Yes.
So I know they've been posting some on ISA University programs as well, if you want to see more of that. So, and of course, that's Sorgatron for all my adventures. I got 3 shows this week. We got Thursday Night Fights. We got a big cage match at 880 Wrestling and up here in the Allentown neighborhood of Pittsburgh, and we'll be out down in West Newton for Renegade Wrestling Alliance. Always a fun time with those crews. All available this week on IndieWrestling.live, and you can also go on to YouTube for free and a couple other places. And the Top Rope Tabletop is there, and we are rolling up to our Wrestling Mayhem show, April Fool's show. It's a pro wrestling show, guys. Look for that on the Wrestling Mayhem show accounts too. Thank you, everybody. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
I'm Eamon.
I'm Merlin.
And we're a gay.
And his NB.
Are you a reality television connoisseur?
Do you like it discussed from an LGBTQ lens?
If so, A Gay and His NB is the podcast for you.
Hear us break down all your favorite guilty pleasure reality shows from Bravo, Drag Race, and just about everything in between.
Listen to A Gay and His NB on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts.